Well, guys, it's weekly wrap time. What was the little nod for?
I was just waiting for you to kick off.
It's weekly wrap time. What another massive week. The only thing is I'm just waiting for the torrential downpour up here. I think it's happening in Melbourne where we don't want it, and it's not happening enough up here. But big week ahead, Chris.
Yeah, great week ahead. The racing is awesome at the moment. I love this time of year, so I can't wait to get into it.
Absolutely. But let's go back to last week. Last Saturday was a brilliant day out at Rosehill, starting with Firm Agreement. Firm Agreement, 3-year-old at third start in a Group 3 and finished third. Lots of threes in there. Finished third, fabulous effort, and really exciting to see what he can do next. He's off to the Spring Champion Stakes, Group 1, provided all goes well this week. But really exciting day for the owners, and he's really surprised us.
Yeah, I think he's, obviously he's going terrific, isn't he? Very progressive type, and no mean feat to be able to do that in a Group 3 in just your third career start, first racing preparation. So very progressive type, heading the right way, and he loved the 1800 metres last start, as we sort of suspected he might. Also looks like he'll appreciate the 2000 metres in that Group 1 that you mentioned. So all reports are he's come through that run in particularly good order. Obviously, if he hadn't, we would have sent him to the paddock. It is a big first preparation for him, but he seems to be handling everything well, and he'll have his chance to add a Group 1 to his name.
Absolutely, but it was really exciting. Lots of owners there, and a great day for Firm Agreement. Also, a very good day for Miss Hellfire. She did end up finishing 5th in the Group 3 Niverson, but it was just very pleasing to see. She from the wide draw, she had to go back, and the decision was made to go back, and she came home with a wet sail. I think she equal fastest last 600 of the race with the winner, and I think about 4th fastest last 200 of the meet.
Yeah, she was excellent, especially given the way everything presented. It was really, I guess, a kick-off race for her. She's got targets coming up that'll be probably more suitable for her, and just looking at her in the yard before the race, you could see there's a lot of improvement to come in her. But yeah, from the wide gate, she had to go back where her normal pattern is to be much more prominent up the front. And but she was super. Showed a really great turn of foot, and has obviously returned in fabulous order. So it's really exciting looking ahead.
Yeah, no, really exciting, and look forward to seeing where she steps out next. But moving on to this week. An absolutely enormous day tomorrow, both in Sydney and Melbourne. Caulfield Cup Day in Melbourne and Everest Day in Sydney. Everest Day a sellout, which I'm not sure it has been since maybe Red Zell days. So
certainly felt like it was those days.
You can't bloody buy a ticket anywhere. And apparently King Charles is coming. And really big day, but big day for us as well. Marzu, he's in the $2 million Sydney Stakes. Bit of a consolation prize for those that don't make the Everest. So that was a little bit of a shame, but he's very close. He's still an emergency. Anything could happen. A bit of rain might help, but regardless, look, he's in very good form under Joe. We've got Nash on board, bit of a sticky barrier, but big day, and be great to see him get a result.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. It is so good to see him in such good form, this preparation. Obviously, last prep, Joe got to learn a lot about him and got a bit of a yardstick, which he didn't have beforehand, obviously, and he's really confident with how the horse is going and how he's presenting. He feels he's definitely better than last preparation, and that's obviously coming out in his races too. We've seen that in his couple of starts so far this time through. Excellent run last start, second by a pimple in the Group 2 Premier Stakes. So yeah, he is flying at the moment. Very consistent, and I expect him to run really well. Nice wet track. Yeah, as you say, hopefully more comes. Not sure if it is or not forecast, but I'm sure he's going to run really well, irrespective. And yeah, nice to see. I was just looking at his form before, and his prize money's up through to 8.2 million. Incredible, really, for some of these sprinters these days, and some more of the races to come too. Big money sprint races. So if you're a consistent sort of sprinter, geez, there's a lot to be collected for the owners. Incredible.
No, it's a big day, and I think you've challenged me to, if Marzu wins, try to get a hug out of King Charles.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So if you can do that.
I'd love to shake his hand. I don't know whether hugging will be appropriate.
He'd be up for it.
So good luck to all the Marzu owners. Then we move on to another big race, Revolutionary Miss down in Melbourne. Caulfield Cup Day. She's in the Tristark Stakes, over 1400. Looking, probably her favourite track, or the most success she's had, is at Caulfield. Drawn a bit of a sticky barrier again as well. Ethan Brown on board, but geez, it'd be nice to go back to back and maybe target an Empire Rose.
Certainly would. She's in great form as well. Kieran Moore and his team have been doing a fantastic job with her. She was super last start, win in the Group 2 down there in Melbourne, and she looks to back that up again here, third up for the preparation. It is a sticky gate, like Marzu. I think Marzu's probably looks even trickier, just given there's a lot of speed drawn underneath him, so that will be hard. But I think looking at this gate for her, yes, it is tricky, but I think she might have an opportunity to get forward and sort of be running in the first sort of 4. With a bit of luck, hopefully not having to do too much work, and she'll be there ready to pounce late. Go, you good thing.
You giving Ethan a ring? Oh no, you can tell him in the mounting yard tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll tell him face to face.
So very good. Oh well, that'll be exciting tomorrow. And then we've got a third runner for the day, right near the end of the day. So hopefully we're going for 3 wins. Cadal, stepping out at Eagle Farm tomorrow. He is coming off 4 placings from his last 4 starts, so he's definitely got his foot on the till.
Certainly does.
And I think he's drawn a pretty rubbish barrier too. So
surprise! So the theme of the week.
But look, I think he's got to be a pretty decent chance in that field.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think he's well, as you mentioned, last 4 starts, all placings, and second by a very, very small margin last start. So he's just running ultra consistent, and it's just those variables in the race. He doesn't need much at all to go in his favour, and he'll be collecting his next win, which would be ultra satisfying. He's running particularly well without quite getting that win these last few starts, but I can certainly see him doing it here if he gets some luck from that barrier.
So big day tomorrow. Good luck to everyone. Then we move on to Monday. We're at Muswellbrook. We've got 2 runners at Muswellbrook on Monday. Starting with Zoo Beauty, second career start. She was pretty green on debut. Looked like she was still trying to figure things out. She needs to improve, but if ever there's a chance, she's got Alicia Collett, probably the best, what I would consider one of the best provincial jockeys in Australia. Probably should get more of a crack in town, but so Alicia on board and draws barrier 1. So hopefully can use a bit of that gate speed and see where we get to in the dash.
Yeah, she's a funny one, this Zoo Beauty. She's got an abundance of speed, just doesn't know how to use it. As I think we've previously mentioned on here a couple of weeks ago, she just she's got enormous speed early on, but then keeps going and then tires herself out by the business end, which is really frustrating. She just needs to be able to learn to relax, and then she'll be able to finish off her races. So as you say, I think this is the ideal target for her. Things are lining up barrier-wise, jockey-wise, race distance-wise, all those sorts of things. We need the penny to drop, and the penny to drop fast.
Yep. Full Revolution in the next race. So race 3 at Muswellbrook, also in the mad 900 metre dash. She's also drawn really well in barrier 3, I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
She was a little bit disappointing last start. Probably didn't like the heavy track either, but I think on Monday at Muswellbrook, stepping back in grade, stepping back in trip, good barrier, claiming, should be hard to beat.
Yeah, I think she'll be very competitive. I'd like to think so. Certainly on her best form, she would be. No doubt about that. Ben Osmond on board. I think he'll do a really good job from a nice gate, and look, I think she'll appreciate a bit of moisture in the track, which we'll get. It's not going to be super heavy.
What are you looking out there for?
I don't know. You kept pointing out there earlier when we're talking about Marzu, so I keep checking the weather. But yeah, I think she'll appreciate that, and she should give a very good account of herself.
Yep. Wednesday, Warwick Farm. We haven't had acceptances yet, but we've got 2 stepping out there as well, or possibly stepping out there as well. Zoo Prince, second up for the new stable. He was really strong first up. He went sort of back, came home with a wet sail. He was pretty impressive in that. He'll step up in trip by 200 metres. And I'm expecting big things, whether he steps out there or later in the week. I'm expecting big things from him.
Big things, I like it. Sounds good to me. He's a lovely horse. He's got good talent. He's taken a little bit of time to sort of learn his craft, I guess. And after being gelded, he almost took a backward step there. But nice progressive type. I think he's got some nice runs ahead of him, and certainly over the next couple of runs, I expect him to be very prominent, and I'm sure he's going to be picking up something very shortly.
Be great. Be fantastic, actually. Also expecting big things, resuming his second preparation in Australia, Hiawatha. He's in the benchmark 72 mile on Wednesday. Look, he's trialled quite well. A bit hard to see, he obviously wants a lot further, so trialling over short distances is not his thing, but he's finished strongly, or at least in the last one he finished quite strongly, so it'll be great to see him step out over a mile and in decent grade.
Yeah, I can't wait. Love to see what he's going to do this preparation. I've been keen to get it underway pretty much since he finished his last prep. He looks to have returned well. I think he'll have taken good experience out of his first preparation in Australia last time through, and this is a good kick-off point for him over the mile. Naturally, short of his best, but I'm sure he'll be strong to the line, and then get him up in trip, and he'll be very, very competitive wherever he goes.
Good. That's positive. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
So that's it for the week. Lots of runners, lots of chances, I would say. Not so many chances in our red hot tips last week. We were pretty ordinary, actually. You got a second place with Coleman. I got 3 out of 4 placings. Unfortunately, I didn't mention those words each way, even though I should have for Evaporate, but and Broadsiding didn't win. But so rubbish last week. Doesn't get much easier this week. What do you got?
What have I got? I got a few for you, which hopefully we can attain for last week. At Randwick, first of all, race 4 in the Ank Stakes. I'm going to go Hinged with Blake Shin on board for the win. Race 5 in the Kosciuszko, front page, proven form. It's won the last 2 Kosciuszkos, so I think it might be able to go 3 Kosciuszkos in a row, which would be quite an amazing feat.
Just those first two, they've both got 2 in front of them for odds, but keep going.
It's all right, as long as they win. And then race 7, geez, this was a hard one to pick, the Everest. It's always near impossible pick. There's just chock full of quality, so many different live chances. So I'm going to sit on the fence and hedge my bets. I'm going to go 2 horses for the win. I think Growing Empire is a really exciting up-and-coming horse, chock full of talent and an amazing turn of foot, just real quality. And I think he's still learning what he's doing, so there is a little chink in his armour, but I think he's got the quality to do it, especially with the light weight for the 3-year-olds. And I think I just can't go past I Wish I Win as well. I think he needs to be in there. I think he's going to get a nice run. He'll be storming late down the outside and looking to nab Growing Empire late. So one of those two. And,
got one more.
And I do, in the King Charles, actually.
Can't miss that. Another short price favourite.
Well, I think you may as well get on and get something back from the bookies. Pride of Jenny, surprise, surprise, is a good winning chance there with Declan Bates on board.
So the only race where he tipped where there was not a short price favourite in his tips, he had to choose two. So, Chris, you're really adding great value here.
I can't
Thanks.
help it if the market agrees with me.
Okay, so I'm going to be quick because we've been going long enough and dribbled long enough.
Certainly have.
Not all at Randwick. Race 7, the Everest. Been on Jolly Star for about... favourite, but I've been on Jolly Star for about 2 months. So I love Jolly Star. Very good horse. This is not a tip, but Bella Nipotina. I tell you what, she's I think they're pretty happy with the draw because she'll go back, but she'll be there and thereabouts. But they all will, I reckon. There's
Who
probably
have you been talking to? Who's happy with that draw?
No, Kieran. Race 8. So just to clarify, Jolly Star. Race 8, the Silver Eagle. I'm on number 11, Kamochi, paying $5. Race 9, the King Charles. I'm not on Pride of Jenny. Fangirl will be coming home with a wet sail and will run her down. $4. And in the Caulfield Cup, race 9 at Caulfield, I am on number 13, Zardozi, $7.50. That's my tip. Albeit, I tell you what, there's good horses everywhere.
Oh, my word. Yeah.
Buckaroo, Deny Knowledge, who bloody stopped Mr. Brightside from getting the win last week.
Yep.
But number 13, Zardozi. God, I hope you get something this week.
We've given you plenty of chances.
We've given you thousands. So, anyway, guys, have a great weekend. Good luck. Massive week of racing. Enjoy it wherever you are. And rain god's here. Dry in Melbourne is the hope. And Brisbane, well, I don't think it's going to rain. So, anyway, we're all good. But have a great weekend.
Enjoy your weekend and good luck to our runners.